three is up. And it's Kitty with a rebound. Kitty's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now here's Smith. To the middle. Here's Ball. The Knicks with the rebound.
Hello.
McBride.
Fine. How you doing?
It's
Okay, is this gonna be this week or like for the longest time? What? Okay. Well, okay. Hold on. Let me ask to be sure. She probably said yes, but to be sure. Am I? You always want to know if it's okay if she switch days for good. She comes on Thursdays now instead of Fridays. Yeah, come on Thursdays. Yeah, she said okay. Excuse me. Okay.
rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Dosunmu, the pass to Giddey. And he gets it to go. And now it's a 10-point Bulls lead.
And so much fight in Josh Giddey. He showed it on the interior that time.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Wagner against Towns. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got rebound number 8 now.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Ball left side. Got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Bulls out in front. They're up by 10. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the 4th quarter of basketball coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. D'Anthony Melton out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Toppin. And it's Fudge in at the 4-man position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now here's Smith. Pass to Ball. That one drops for him. And the Bulls lead by 12.
Yeah, and how about Ball just working his way right through the contact that time?
Here's Brunson outside. Chicago grabs the miss.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Ball outside. Wagner outside. Pass to Smith. Dosunmu for 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
On the break. 4th quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Off target from the baseline. And New York has possession. Down by 15. Bridges against Herder. And the basket by Bridges.
Well, if the defense is going to give Bridges a lot of looks like this, he's got to continue to knock them down.
Ball outside. Pass to Herder. Launches it. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Herder's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. The Knicks shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Here's Brunson. Ball with the rebound. And Ball will bring it up here for the Bulls. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Pass to Smith. Wagner outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Toppin. And Chicago again with a bucket. Here's Melton. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Now Brunson. Releases. It's hauled in by Herder. Bulls leading by 18. Smith outside. Herder against Bridges. DeSumo outside. Here's the three. And Toppin pulls it down. The Knicks have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Open shot by Melton. Chicago with a rebound. Wagner's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Ball outside. Pass to Smith. Fires for 3. And it's New York with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Melton with the ball. DeSumo picks him up. And here's Brunson. Jacks up a 3. The shot comes out.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
New York foul. Fudge.
Hart's checked in for New York.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Smith right side. From downtown. That shot off. Knicks trail by 18. Knocks it loose. Drives to the hoop. Oh my goodness!
Oh man!
Powered it home!
Not fair at all. Woo! Climbing the ladder for the 360 flush. Ridiculous bounce.
He went so high for that one. Wow! And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
Looks like it's time to get hyped, Knicks fans. Here they are, your Knicks September squad. Attention fans, now on the court is your hype squad. Get loud and let them hear it. Who wants a t-shirt? Get on your feet. Make some noise.
Making a switch here. Bridges outside. Will it go? And he lays it in.
They're so efficient right now on offense. Bridges picking up his spots and recognizing when to strike.
Bulls leading by 18. Outside Giddy. Here's prime time. The shot's good on the assist by Giddy. Giddy's got 8 assists in the game.
Yep, and he's got his three-point shot back. He did nothing from range in the first half. But here in this quarter, woo, he's got it going.
Now here's Bridges. Hart with a screen on Smith. Bridges with it, and it's Giddy picking him up. Outside Brunson. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Smith no good.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Melton with a screen on Wiseman. Count that bucket.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Outside Giddy. Pass to Smith. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Hart's got rebound number 7 tonight.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
Primetime passes to Green. Gets the 3 to fall.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And here's Hart. Outside Brunson. Hart with a screen on Giddy. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. Brunson's got 9 points now in the second half.
You would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now he's just lighting him up.
For 3, Smith. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddy.
3-point goal.
Giddy's got 9 assists now tonight.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And Josh Giddy is going to pick up the foul.
Giddy.
That's his 3rd foul of the game. Brent, you've won championships, but you've also been on some bad teams. What's that experience like?
Well, BA, very kind of you to remind me of that, although the therapy has paid off, so I'm doing just fine. When you are experiencing seasons that aren't going as successful as the team would like it to go, there's a point of pride in the game and the way that you approach it. You can't separate yourself from your teammates. You got to dig in and show that you have the mettle to go out there and still compete.
Now here's Giddy. 6 on the shot clock. Smith outside. Here's Primetime. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Primetime's got 28 points for the game.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Nails it from 3.
He now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
117-96.
To the left side wing. Primetime passes to Smith. From outside, off the mark. Knicks trail by 21. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yes, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
To the inside. Here's Green. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. New York making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. And a change for the Bulls. Who's Ellis is checked in for Smith. Well, Brent, in a players' league, you think there's a point at which players have too much say?
Well, I don't know, BA. I think it's always a fine line between what it is that both management and ownership is trying to do. This is entertainment after all. You got to lean into the players. You got to lean into the personalities. And as long as there's a respect for both of those areas, the league and the game will continue to grow.
And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. That's good from Towns on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight.
And it's always great to see Towns in the zone, bringing a ton of energy to his offensive game.
Here's Primetime. Pass to Giddy. Wiseman in the high post. Robinson with a steal. Now here's Brunson. Anunoby passes to Robinson. Giddey against Brunson. Goes up from the block. And the layup is good off the glass. Brunson's got 8 points here in the quarter.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Pass to Giddey. Now Wiseman. From behind the arc. Hits the trifecta. And the Bulls lead by 21.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Brunson up top. Giddey defends. Here's Robinson. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And Graham, with the 65 games rule for player award, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, BA, and I liked it. The Stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
No good on that one.
Well, Mitchell Robinson has really simplified his game. He's just focused on getting high percentage looks, being around the rim, both for offense and obviously blocking shots, and deter guys from scoring on the inside. He does those two things very well.
And he ends up missing both free throws.
A lot of people like Mitchell Robinson because he does what he's told to do, and that is stay in the lane. It's where he does a lot of damage, both defensively and offensively.
Now here's Hart. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Pass to Primetime. And he elevates for the slam. Mitchell Robinson on the wrong end of that one.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Now Brunson. Fires the three. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
So many players in the league have their own podcast. Would you have had one during your career, Brent?
I think so, BA. I think it would have been a lot of fun. I mean, how cool is it to connect to your favorite players or hear stories from guys as the season is going along, than to have these guys available in your earbuds all day, every day.
Here's Giddey. A minute 39 left to play in the fourth quarter. Takes the three. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Bulls.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, BA, it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And what a huge performance it was for Primetime.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Bryant, he's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Towns. Melton, he's checked in for Anunoby. And it's McBride in for Brunson. And both free throws good for Hart. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth. Ball outside. Pass to Herter. Takes a three. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
For three, Bridges. Counted from distance.
Mikal Bridges.
59 seconds left in the fourth.
128, 109.
Ball with it. Just 5 to shoot. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 21.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Down low. And it's Wagner missing.
Full stop. Second personal foul. 15 foul. Bryant at the line, 2 shots.
And he drops the first. And both free throws good for Bryant. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Ball passes to Dosunmu. Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. There's Herter with the 3. The shot misses. So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Brent Berry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And now our player of the game.
This is where you start in the draft. I mean, if you're gonna build a team and build it to where you want to get, I think you have to start with the draft. You know, that's where the best teams build, is through the draft. And they have an opportunity right here.
What are you looking at here on Grant? Yeah, I think I'm looking at the bigs. Like, come on, Malawach, I think it's time for him. Asenul out of Georgia, extremely athletic, defends at a high level. I think going with someone in the center could be a seconds left.
With the 10th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Kaman Malawach from Rubeck, South Sudan, the NBA Academy of Africa in Senegal, and Duke University.
The clear emotion here for Kaman Malawach and his family. You'll remember Kaman not only for his excellent rim protection at Duke, but also playing for the South Sudan team that lost to the United States by just a single point and caught the world's attention. Kaman is one of the remarkable stories of this draft. He grew up in Uganda after his family fled conflict in South Sudan, and he picked up a basketball at 14 years old after a motorcycle cab driver stopped him, walking down the street and said, "You're so tall. You should start playing basketball." You can see how much this dream realized means to him in this moment. He was discovered by the NBA Academy Africa in 2021, and probably anyone around Malawach thought he's an even more remarkable person than he is a player, and that is saying something.
We're talking about him on the court, but certainly as a human being here, and when you look at what he's been able to do, certainly at last year at Duke, but the one story that keeps on sticking out is playing against Team USA, Kevin Durant and Joel Embiid, and seeing his mom, who he hadn't seen in years, walk down that aisle. And it wasn't those two players that intimidated. It was seeing his mom in the stands area and the great stories of this year's draft.
You told our monitor yesterday, Bobby, that his parents are at home and they'll stay up a little bit past their bedtime to watch their son have this moment with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. James, you can see how much this means to him. I think when you consider the journey that it took for him to get here, to enter the NBA, to be selected here. He was born, as we mentioned, in South Sudan. He was a little bit of a late bloomer, started playing basketball a little bit later in life before going to NBA Academy Africa. And he became just a tremendous part of the program.
Wore number 9 at Duke in honor of Blue All Day, but you're talking about a big-time rim protector with a 7'6" wingspan, blocked a ton of shots last season for Duke and was a real presence in the lane. Also an excellent offensive rebounder. His offensive rebound percentage was close to 17%. That was top 15 in Division I. And he shot 71% from the field. That was 4th in Division I. He shot that percentage in large measure because he's a great offensive rebounder. He's excellent as a pick and roll.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Friday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that matchup with the Thunder, that's going to be their 6th contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Josh Giddey. James Wiseman's out there with Buzelis. Then there's Josh Green. And it's prime time in at the shooting guard. And for the Celtics, White in at shooting guard with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Outside, Green. Count it.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Pass to Pritchard. Outside, Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Driving inside. And that one is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's prime time. Buzelis with the ball. Pass to prime time. Just 5 on the clock, and the layup is good.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
So for Chicago, their last game will win against the Knicks.
Well, you're in the big leagues now.
How was your vacation, sir? Oh, I needed one.
With your 10% loyalty program discount, that's $225 for the night.
Not bad.
$155 for the night.
Hold up. How?
It's easy when you know where to look.
Trivago compares hotel prices from hundreds of sites, so you can save up to 40%.
Trivago is my secret tactic.
Hotel Trivago.
Yeah, I know.
Prime Day is coming July 8th through the 11th with great deals on whatever you're getting into next.
What's the move?
There you go, King.
Huh.
Next.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Tatum, no good. The Bulls have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And it's Wiseman that time on the assist by Green.
Listen, we know Wiseman has a nice outside game, but inside there aren't too many guys who can match up with him physically.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the Charities Field. These guys were practically automatic. You look at primetime, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic.
And no doubt he finished the season right where he should have on that list. He was far and away the best free throw shooter in the league.
Here's primetime, and he just worked New York in that last game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Primetime's got 7. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics, trailing by 5. Chicago's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Giddey with the bounce pass. Back to Green. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And it's prime time missing.
He's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Now, here's Tatum. He had 27 points last game. Here's Porzingis. Misses from close range. The Bulls leading by 4 to the inside. Buzelis. Great D that time from Tatum.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
The first one falls. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player, and I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. And so here is Chicago after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Buzelis. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Brown the pass to Pritchard. Driving in. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Pritchard's got 8 points.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Here's prime time. 7 points in the game. To the middle. Shoots from 12. And Tatum pulls it down.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Now here's Tatum. Still yet to score. To Porzingis from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, the thing is, you got to be very careful when Porzingis gets that catch-and-shoot game working.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.